Listen up. Ain't no way in this God's green earth that Brian Norman Jr. going to defeat Devin Haney. Because Devin Haney has not overcome his PTSD from that butt whooping that Ryan Garcia gave him on April 20th of 2024. And let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Devin Haney PTSD is his superpowers. Oh, yeah. We seen that fight with him and Jose Ramirez. He said to himself, ain't nobody going to touch me. He ain't going to hurt me. I don't give a damn if I run, if I jog, if I run a marathon in between those 12 rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Haney won in all scorecards by a wide margin. 119-109, 119-109, and 118-110. It doesn't matter how the boxing world felt about that performance. It doesn't matter. My brother Showbiz had a petition out there saying that that no more running and 1,000 people signed for it. It doesn't matter that Turkey Al Sheikh said, I do not want to see Tom and Jerry style of boxing anymore. It don't matter. Devin Haney still got another opportunity to enhance his legacy. Got another opportunity to make way more money than he's ever made. Because the way that he fought Jose Ramirez. And guess what? That was because of the PTSD. The PTSD is Devin Haney's superpowers. Brian Norman Jr. can't overcome that. Not only is Brian Norman Jr. cannot overcome the experience of Devin the Dream Haney, and Devin Haney know how to win. Now, you may not like Devin Haney's style, especially of late. I like the way that Devin Haney did fight Jorge Linares. I like the way that Devin Haney did fight, Vasily Lomachenko. He showed that he could stand in the middle of the ring and stuff like that. That you could that Lomachenko took away his number one arsenal, his jab, and still find a way to go to the body and make it a challenging fight. Even though that there was people out there that felt that it was a controversial victory, but at the end of the day, he did make a great account of himself and challenge himself versus Vasily Lomachenko. It was a good fight. And then he moved up to the 140-pound division in 4 Regions Pro Race. I like the way that he fought that fight, right? And even though that we thought it was odd for his approach versus Ryan Garcia when he went, try to knock out Ryan Garcia, it was not a good game plan. But at the end of the day, we saw the heart and the curves and the cojones of Devin the Dream Haney. But what all of that has given Devin Haney, when he always tries to go and prove to the fans that, you know what, I'm not a boring fighter. I will give you what you ask me. I will sit down on my punches. I will be a little bit more exciting. And when Devin Haney does, he gets in trouble. And when Devin Haney and his father say, you know what, man, nah, I'm going to give you this game plan. I don't give a damn what the fans think. We lost our stock. We got humiliated to the point where we were suing Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions. We're going to do the opposite. The only, now, from that fight moving forward, the only people that Devin Haney cares about, the only people that matter is the judges. And if the judges felt that his last fight, when a lot of people in the sport of boxing didn't like the performance, didn't like the way he approached that fight, but at the end of the day, those 3 judges, felt that Devin Haney had an extraordinary performance. When it comes to the 4 criteria of the sport of boxing, clean, effective punches, jab, secondary, power punches, primary, ring generalship, who controls the 3-minute intervals of each round, effective aggression, and defense. In the criteria of the sport of boxing, Devin Haney is a pound-for-pound exceptional fighter. And guess what? He ain't going to change. He ain't going to change. Why would he change? As a matter of fact, it wouldn't even be smart for Devin Haney to change his approach. Well, you think that, I think he's getting muscles now. He been had muscles. Devin Haney always been in great condition. At the end of the day, it's his brain muscle that's going to matter. And his brain muscle is telling him and it's telling his dad, we going to do the same thing. We just capitalize on earning the most money that we ever made because of the performance, the approach of Jose Ramirez. So that's a plus. He's still in position. He's still in position to enhance his legacy and becoming a 3-division world champion. And ladies and gentlemen, Brian Norman Jr., is not a better boxer than Devin Haney. Brian Norman Jr. is not more accomplished than Devin Haney. Brian Norman Jr. is still a manufactured fighter in terms of resume compared to Devin Haney. Brian Norman Jr. haven't faced the opponents like Devin Haney. Brian Norman Jr. don't got nothing on Devin Haney, maybe just power, but power is not enough to overcome. We've seen it in the history of the sport of boxing that just because you got power, that doesn't mean you're better. Hey, yo, shout out to Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. He ain't have more power than Sonny Liston, but he beat Sonny Liston. So power ain't everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Haney, he gonna run. Let him run. He don't give a damn if he gonna run. Because the judges is the only one that matters, and the judges are saying, in other words, while they scoring the Devin Haney bout, that it ain't running. Haney's PTSD is his superpowers. Devin Haney may end his career, may be undefeated. Even though I feel like if he goes in the ring with a T from Lopez, I think that T will beat him. I think that a Shakur Stevenson probably is a little. It will beat him as well. And if they fight at 100, catchweight, whatever, he's going to 100. He's in 147-pound division. But all I'm saying, the PTSD moving forward is a blessing in disguise. If you translate, PTSD. Let's see the definition of it. PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, is a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing a traumatic event, such as a natural disaster, in which that shit was when Ryan Garcia did beat Devin the Dream Haney, on comeback or assault. They did sue for assault. Symptoms include re-experiencing the trauma through nightmares or flashbacks, avoiding reminders of the event. Negative. Ooh. That was all negative right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Haney, PTSD, is a blessing in disguise moving forward. And that's why he's going to beat Brian Norman Jr. He's going to beat Brian Norman Jr. because of his PTSD. And Brian Norman Jr. is not going to overcome that. He's not. Stay tuned. November 22nd. Devin Haney. I'm predicting that Devin Haney going to win 116, 112 in the scorecards. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.